Building a Minecraft city for 2 years means that your building style gets better and better the more you do it, but the first few times are often a bit rubbish. So today I thought it might be a good idea to go through and fix some of the old builds just to make them look a little bit nicer. First of all, I just want to say, if this video looks a bit more choppy and the quality's not as good in the game, that's because I'm on the new update 26.2 and it means I don't have Optifine anymore because it's not up to the latest version. So that's why all these windows are not smooth anymore. I find on builds like these, especially if you go in this room, it looks a little bit rubbish. Like, I wish the windows were smooth because it would look a bit nicer, but you do get the interesting contrast of houses like these, like in this living room here. I think it looks kind of nice, especially with like the bookshelves and the what I would call the OG materials. It makes it look a little bit more nostalgic, I think. It also looks a bit more realistic as a house compared to something like that, which is designed to be a little bit older than this kind of building. Anyway, that out of the way. The first thing I want to do is I want to improve this house here, because I don't think there's anything that wrong with this house. I just think it doesn't fit with the rest of the neighborhood. I don't mind changing this because I literally haven't added anything into this house yet. I quite like the design, however, I think it might have to change. And the easiest way to change it is doing this. There we go, it's gone. So that was the original layout of the house, and you can see it's disappeared because I think the best thing to do with it was just to get rid of it and start from scratch. So I'm not going to build a new house there. I'm just going to let that sink for a minute. I don't think it was a bad house. I just think it didn't fit with the rest of the neighborhood. So now that's gone, I think the rest of the place looks a bit nicer. All right, the next thing I've written down is over in the older original part of my city. And it is right here. The FPS gets a little bit terrible around this area. I don't really know why. It's this house here, this old townhouse looking thing. This is the only house, I'd say, in this neighborhood that genuinely looks a bit terrible, just because of the massive contrast between the sandstone and the dark oak. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm literally just going to replace the sandstone with dark oak and see if that looks any nicer. I think already it's starting to look a bit better. I don't know how it's going to look if I just make everything the same color, because it is kind of an unspoken rule in Minecraft that you, if you're building a house, if you want to make it look accurate, don't use the same material over and over and over and over again. I just realized it's not just the exterior I've got to replace now, it's the whole of the insides, because I've just made so many partitions. Building in Minecraft really is just a case of practice makes perfect. I know that sounds very cliche, but it's just like, I've been doing this for 2 years, pretty much, and it's just like, the more you do it, the better you get at it. Just by constant practice, that's all it really is. You start to learn what you can do well, and what you're not so good at, and things to focus on, and things to improve, and everything feels a bit more cohesive the more you do it. And I think that is the exterior done, so now I just need to go in and fix the interior. And I think that might be everything downstairs. Yes. Oops. No, it's not. There we go. Right, where the hell are the stairs in this house? Hello? Oh, they're here. Oh, that's so weird. Why have I done that? I really squeezed everything I could into this house, didn't I? Jesus Christ. Everything's laid out so weirdly. Jesus Christ. I can't make sense of literally anything in this house. I don't know what anything is. Okay, that's everything in that room, everything in that... Oh, Jesus Christ, still got more. Okay, now I believe... Oh my god, I'm just going to stop speaking, because every time I think I'm done, I've just got more. Right, now I believe we're onto the last floor. I don't really think about this. I'm basically just rebuilding the house in its entirety, because I have to replace every block. I don't think there's anything up here that needs replacing, thankfully. I think I'm done now. It makes it look really dark. That's the only problem with this now, is it makes it look really dark. But at least I don't get that horrible contrast with the sandstone anymore. So this is what it looks like now. Not that nice, but still slightly improved. The next thing I wanted to focus on was this modern house here. Now what I've decided to do, I've decided to go the complete other way, make it look really ugly. on the outside, because what modern house actually has any single element of greenery? So I'm literally just going to go in and replace any bit of green that I see with stone. Have you ever seen those TikToks that show like really nice looking houses like 15 years ago, and then it like cuts to what the house looks like today, and it's just looks completely disgusting? That is the effect I'm trying to get with this house now. I just want to completely eradicate any greenery. Literally any bit of greenery that's on this side of the house has to go. If that means deforesting, then that's what has to happen, unfortunately. Now all we have to do is just get rid of all these trees. How do you do this again? Tick rate to 500, just so they die really fast. And there we have it. Literally no greenery whatsoever. Looks absolutely wonderful to me. Here's a little bird's eye view of the plot. Yeah, this is a very stereotypical modern house with no greenery whatsoever. Looks great. Sometimes you just gotta be reminded of horrible architecture and move on with your day. The last thing that I've got on my list is over here in the main part of the city. This might actually be a strong contender for the worst looking building in my city. It's this thing here, the gym. I don't think the interior needs any work. It's just got like showers and changing areas and stuff. And you get the boxing things in here, and then you get the treadmills. Oh, I forgot I built any of this. This is cool. And obviously the weights. But what needs to change is actually the roof, because just look at this. It looks so horrible. I don't know if I'll keep the what do you even call this? Deep slate tile slab. I don't know if I'll keep that yet, but we'll see how it goes with my plan. All I plan on doing is, you know that American sort of architectural style where it's like the walls are higher than the ceiling, if that makes sense? Think of like an old cowboy building, like in the 1800s, where they had like really tall walls and then like a dipped ceiling. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's the thing I'm sort of trying to go for, because I'm not expecting a gym to be like the most beautiful architecture of all time. I just want it to have an actual nice, proper looking roof. So we'll do something. Okay, that doesn't actually look that nice, does it? Oh my god. I tell you what, we'll get rid of all these lights. I don't think the light fixtures match the building. Why have I got so many? Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, it looked better than it did before, I guess. We'll do something about these windows. Maybe if I make like one long window with just a couple of breaks, might look a little bit nicer. Is that nice? No. Oh, I don't know. I don't think that looks... Actually, no. I think that looks a bit better. I like a full window. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that looks a bit nicer, I guess, with the bigger windows. Let's make this door a bit bigger, otherwise people won't be able to fit through it. Oof, that looks rubbish, doesn't it? I can't really do anything about that, though, I don't think, because of how it's already built inside. The only problem with this gym now is that there's literally no privacy whatsoever, because you could literally just walk in and see, like, everyone. Okay, I think we have our new improved gym. It doesn't really look that nice, but what gym does, to be honest. Alright, I think that might be the end, thankfully. I'm kind of impressed with this part of my city, because I don't really look around and think, oh, that needs a bit of a change. So I think that'll do. Oh, I didn't even show you this. Oh my god, completely forgot about this. I changed the arcade. So I don't know if you remember, but last time it just had like a really weird shaped roof, and it looked more like a Pizza Hut than it did an arcade. So I've just given it a flat roof, basically what I did with the gym, just like a raised wall and lowered roof. But yes, I think that might be it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.